If you're a music producer, then this could be the most important video that you'll ever watch in your career. Because in this video, I'm breaking down the most predictable, safest way to actually make a buck out of your music. This is the exact step-by-step method I used to make my first sale with a digital product, get in touch with an amazing artist that I love to work with, and we create amazing music together. And that led to 50-50 splits on streaming sites, all of these opportunities that you wouldn't even think is possible. You could probably take all of this free value that I'm about to show you today and just implement it, and you will see your first sale. If you're actually interested in creating your first sale as quick as possible, then I'm actually preparing a course. Right now it's $79 for pre-orders. After that, the price increases. And if you just make 5 sales after you bought this course, then you got your money back. If you have just a simple low-ticket product for $20. So the thing that I actually teach inside of the Music Creator Launchpad is that I actually teach music producers to make their first product, launch it, and make their first sale within 14 days. So that's very quick. So how do we actually do that? How do we actually generate money as a music producer? Well, first off, you got to create your product. You need a product. You need something to sell to somebody to make money, right? You can't be just posting random stuff on the internet and hoping to go viral. Can work, but it probably won't. The first thing that I recommend that you do is that you think about what you are good at. Some people are great at producing drums. Some people are great at producing melodies. Maybe it's loops. Try to see if there's some value in that thing that you do. So that could actually be a great product if you package it up well. Another thing to actually create your first product is to think about, what do you want to do? You can do almost anything inside of the music industry with this step-by-step template or whatever. Do you really want to sell drum kits and loops and all of that? Or would you rather want to work with independent artists, for example? I know some people that love to work with artists, and I'm one of them. I love to work with independent artists and I love to create a specific sound. We're in this because we love music, right? So I actually love to make music with people, but I only want to take on projects that I actually care about. My thing here is kind of in the middle. I want to do some freelance work, but also focus a lot on the digital products aspect because I want to see that freedom in my life as well. Once you know what you want to do and what you're good at and what you can give to people, then you have to package up the product. So if you are creating melodies, for example, or melody loops or whatever you're doing, package it up into a zip file, maybe 15 melodies or something. High quality melodies, that's royalty free. Think of a name, a cool and kind of catchy name that actually relates to your genre. And there you have a product. But people don't actually buy your product. They buy your offer. So you have to make an offer that people can't refuse. And you shouldn't scam people. That's horrible. There's some people in, especially internet business space, that, they doesn't care about their customers at all, or they know that their product is bad, so they feel like they're scamming people. I don't know how they can live with that, honestly. Once you have your product, you have to create a good offer. And the best way to create an offer is to just simply state how this product that you've made will help people in their day-to-day life, or in their music production life, I mean. So for example, if you make pop melodies for Tate McRae, then maybe your offer is create high quality pop tracks in the style of Tate McRae or whatever, faster and better, because that's essentially what your product helps with. But if your product is a mixing template, for example, then your offer is create pro sounding mixes in less time. That's an offer, right? So you have your product, you have your offer. Now here comes the scary part. Create your own personal brand. And you don't have to overthink this. You don't need millions of followers. You don't need thousands of followers even. I mean, I have 294 followers or something on YouTube. So, and I've made money on this. So I promise you, you don't need a lot of views, you don't need a lot of followers. But how should you structure your personal brand and your content? Well, I think that you should focus on creating content that brings value to the people that would be interested in buying your product, right? Makes sense? Because if you're making content for firefighters, but you're selling a product for music producers, then, well, doesn't really line up, right? Create content around your product. So for example, if your product is loops and melodies, for example, then create content of you creating these loops. And for the people that doesn't want to go through that hassle and learn that skill that you have of creating loops, they can just buy your product, right? Simple as that. So create content around your product and also bring in, of course, some of your personal tastes and all of that. For example, I'm making this video right now. I'm talking about my product. Next video will be a video of me breaking down a pop song I created. Bring some of that personal stuff in as well. That's how you really create a personal brand and not only a business kind of YouTube channel. And bring genuine value to people. You have to actually make sure that people find your stuff valuable. You have to remember that people are watching your video and thinking, what's in it for me? Because that's what you do. You're watching this video and thinking, what's in it for me? And I'm bringing you the value. And whenever I'm watching YouTube, I also think, what's in it for me? And people bring me value. So you have to bring genuine value to people, help people. Because you have made some progress in your production journey, for example, then all you do now is to just pass down the knowledge. It's very simple and it's not hard at all. For example, if you made good loops, just make a video sharing that you have made great loops. And also make sure to talk about your product. That's how you build a personal brand. And you have to post consistently. So I don't want to see any of you creating 2 videos and then falling off. I want to see consistent posts, maybe 3 times a week, maybe 2 times a week, maybe once a week. Maybe you go 2 weeks of posting 6 times per week and then just post once per week. That's still consistent, but you have to make sure that you're always refining, trial and error, iterating on your content and on your product. And that's how you build a personal brand. And I recommend that you start with just one platform. I tried to go as hard as I possibly could on every platform and it didn't work for me. So I recommend to start with one platform. I think that YouTube brings the highest quality of viewers. I mean, that's why I'm making you this video right now, because you are a quality viewer. TikTok and Instagram is more of a, brain kind of, it's more of a dopamine kick drug than YouTube is. People actually comes to YouTube for education and to learn stuff. So I recommend to start with YouTube. I think that converts better actually. And now you have your product, you have your offer, you have your personal brand. Now you can make your first sale. So how do we actually sell our stuff? I have just started to use StanStore. I feel like StanStore is such a great creators store software, but I actually started out with Gumroad. My first sale with digital products was on Gumroad. And Gumroad is completely free, so you can start that now and start selling now. Just upload your product to Gumroad, create a nice little picture in Canva or something. Make sure to get your offer in there, upload your product, make your content. And when you're making your content, please remember to always tell people that you have something for sale, because they won't go into your, description and they will find, oh, I think this guy sells some melodies, and then he goes down into your description, he clicks that link. It doesn't work like that. You have to remind people that you have something for them to buy and that your product brings genuine value to your customers. So make sure to use CTAs, that's called to action. And that basically is just a reminder that you have something for sale. I have this product, link in description. If you want to buy it, buy it. If not, that's totally fine. That's all you have to do. And when you're making your videos, you shouldn't feel like you have to put on some kind of mask. Just make that video with the mindset of, I'm just helping out a friend here. I'm just making this video for a friend and just telling them what I know and how I can help them. And I feel like your content becomes much more genuine that way. That's basically how you make your first product. And one last thing I should mention is that you don't need a lot of views, because your content is so targeted to your specific audience that you can make a sale with like 100 views or 200 views. I actually landed my dream artist to work with a video that had 279 views or something at the time. That myth of you having to have millions of followers and millions of views on every video, that's totally just a myth. I mean, you're a business now, so the people who's watching you are interested in buying. They have a problem and you can solve it for them. Please remember that this is scary and it's not going to be any easier. So what I recommend is that you just get your foot inside of the door, make your first sale as quick as possible, and actually start to make a buck out of your skill, as you should. So that's everything for today. Pre-orders are open now, $79 for the pre-orders of my course on how to actually create your first sale. This is just the raw outline. Obviously, I'm not going into the nitty-gritty stuff here. $79 for right now, pre-orders only. If you want to buy it, link is down in the description. That's everything for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.